You say just today, obviously tomorrow. Is there like a focal point of practice that you guys are really kind of hammering on at all?
I think today was just we really focused on our defense, our rotations, talking with one another, being physical without fouling. Coaches really harped on that in our film session. So we came out, we made an emphasis of it, and I think we're going to continue to do so for the future.
How do you think that kind of evolution has gone for you guys?
We were well. We started off good, and then we've kind of digressed as the season's went on. Instead of the last 3 games, we've been 30th defensively in the league, so that's not where we want to be if we want to be a great team. So we got to pick it up on that end for sure. I think everybody can kind of sense and feels it, and I think everybody's going to start taking more accountability.
You had some, I guess we call them like competitive interactions in that last game. Like for you, is that typically just kind of like reacting to things, or is there any aspect of trying to get the team going a little bit?
No, it's just kind of reacting to things. Never going to initiate by any part, but we'll definitely not allow things to go overboard and become, I'd say just let them walk all over us or whatever as a team aspect. So there comes a point in time in the games that we got to stand our ground. A couple of those times happened the other night.
I'm not saying this is the case, but because of what happened last year, do you ever look around and go, man, sometimes does that always have to be me? Is there other guys that need to take that role?
No, it just sort of happens that way, and I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not in any way condone it. But like I said, some points of the game we have to stand our ground, and that was one of those times.
Looked like JaVale stepped in.
Yeah, he came up to the scores table as well, so I appreciate that. So it just shows that the team is there for one another, and we have each other's backs.
How's your calf been feeling since coming back?
Oh, I've been good. I've been feeling good out there, running around a lot more, getting my game shape back. I think that was my 6th or 7th game maybe, so it's going to take a couple more games for me to feel like my true self and be there conditioning-wise.
What's the biggest obstacle for you guys to be consistent defensively?
I think not being complacent, not being lazy, and holding each other accountable. Because if we call somebody out and they know they were supposed to be there, they'll be like, I know I was supposed to be there. So we know what we have to do. We just have to continue to do it.
Do you feel like you guys have more good moments defensively compared to last year?
I would say the last couple of games we haven't, but I think if we continue to work and practice and stuff like that, hold each other accountable, like I said, we'll be trending in the right direction.
From a broad standpoint, you're about to hit your 20th game. Is this right around the time you truly get a feel for what your team is, where you are in the season?
I think for most teams, yes, but I think for us, we have such a high ceiling of possibilities of what we could be as a team that it's going to take a little longer. And we've had a lot of injuries so far this year. We've had guys out. Keegan's been out. I was out. Fox was out. Chris was out. So, once I think we're able to get everybody back 100%, we'll be able to kind of see where we truly are. But until then, we just got to continue to next man up mentality and be there for one another.
Malik's had a really good start to this year. Do you notice anything different than last year?
I think he's letting the game come to him a little easier this year. But he's also shooting the ball very well, and he's finding his teammates, finding us. On the weak side or whatever when he's attacking. So he's doing a great job of sharing the ball as well as making plays for himself.
He has said that you have had to light the fire on him a couple of times, keep him on the same page. He's really comfortable about that. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just think us having a good relationship off the court and him knowing that I'm coming from an honest and sincere heart, and I don't want anything but the best for him and for the team. So he's good at taking accountability for himself, which is what everybody needs from on the team. And I've had to, like you said, light the fire on him a couple of times where he's missed a couple box outs, and he's come along and done what he's supposed to do in the next couple of possessions.
The last couple of weeks have felt kind of like I don't know about for you guys, but I know the fan base for sure, like this emotional roller coaster with the in-season tournament and things like that. Do you feel like there's a little bit of a come down now to kind of get back a little more routine?
I wouldn't say that at all. We're now we have to go play against a great Phoenix team, and then we have another tough back-to-back coming up. So I think from here on out, it's going to be that kind of feeling throughout the season. Because, like Coach has said, a lot of the times we're similar to a hunted team now. So every game we're going to get the best shot of the other team. So we got to be prepared.
Did it feel a little more emotional playing in those last couple of in-season tournament games compared to maybe a normal regular season game?
I would say every game we play Golden State is going to be an emotional game for us, for the fans. And then the New Orleans game was just so much physicality. It felt like a playoff game. And it was a little bit more emotional output in that game as well. But I definitely feel like everybody kind of felt the aftermath of it, but we just got to continue to keep our heads on and focus on our goal.
I know you mentioned before that kind of the nature of like hopping around a couple teams beginning of your career kept you a little more to yourself. Like, what does it mean that now you're at a point on this team where you feel like you can, you know, be a little bit more vocal and hold some of that accountability with other people?
It means a lot, you know, not being comfortable or there or feel like everybody's fully, you know, comfortable with me talking has hindered me in the past. But I feel like here it's a great platform. Guys respect me. I respect everybody, and I think they know I want the best for them and for the team. So it's everybody, you know, accepts it with open arms.
Thanks, everyone.